Good evening, good people. I want to welcome you to the corner Convo, episode 32, I believe. Right, gentlemen? 32? That sounds good to me. Let me go ahead and let you know who I am, where I'm from. My name is Amon. Say what you know, just spell my name right. And you know what my intro sound like. Easy.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Next up, man, we got the motherfucking smart guy. I've learned so much from this dude because he just is a wealth of knowledge. It's amazing of all his random facts. But we're going to go ahead and run it.
Wrestle with an alligator. I done tussle with a whale. I done handcuff lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. The champ is here.
Next up. I don't know, man. My mic sound all right. I'm decent out there in the world. Sound
It's a little
man.
choppy.
Okay,
bro.
you're a little low. You're a little low, yeah.
I'm a little low, huh? All right. How's that? Okay.
You raise it up a little more. Use that roadcaster a little better, bro.
Got you. AB, what up? AB, what up?
You got to do certain shit. It's just enough that people know in country that you know I go where I need to go to get it better. If you push my button, there's no telling what I may do. Stab it, choke it, bite it. I mean, whatever it takes to make a motherfucker stop existing.
Once again, always shout out to Tommy's skills on the production. This shit just make me head bob every time I hear it. Now we gotta bring in, we just had some hate happen. So this, man, listen here. Dion, what up?
You better go somewhere with that black sour shit.
It's what you want, but it's what you need, but
Be the king.
Oh shit, you know what? I knew I was tweaking. I knew it didn't feel right. I knew something didn't feel right. And that's my fault. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying?
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's the place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change.
Mug is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. Soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
All right. That feels better. That felt better. My bad.
Backwards.
Yeah, you know. Fuck it, the remix, man. That's what we do.
Scruffy today.
Happy blackety, fellas. Happy blackety.
Happy Blackness. Okay, I don't want to talk about nothing else but Blackness, man. First of all, how y'all?
The Hallmark Black holidays. I love it.
Yeah,
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
I'm just looking forward to Sunday's live show. I'm gonna kick it off already.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hot.
Live at high noon. The corner Convo is coming out the box.
Yeah,
that's right. So
Super
Bowl Sunday.
Same room. Super Bowl Sunday. Bowl corner.
Look, while y'all cooking the wings and the chili, throw us on. It's going down. You know what I mean? 12 o'clock, high noon.
Right, because you know at 12 o'clock.
Long overdue.
You know at 12 o'clock, it's just the announcers talking about all the same shit for 5.5 hours before the game starts. So you don't need to listen to that shit.
Joe,
listen to us.
Do really even give a fuck about the Super Bowl? Nobody really should. From Chicago, they're not here. Chicago, the Bears aren't in it, and there are really no narratives, no big storylines. I mean,
you mean a black quarterback? You mean a black quarterback win in a back-to-back championship is not a storyline?
If Tom wins the narrative, he was another one, bro.
The new regime versus the GOAT.
If Tom wins the Super Bowl, he's still a GOAT, except to everybody except Montana stance. Okay, and if Mahomes win, we know he's a bad boy. They're gonna start the passing of the torch conversation when I think he still has to pass Aaron Rodgers as being the best quarterback in the league. You know what I'm saying? But any other storylines is up to y'all. His blackness, I'm not even worried about blackness right now. You know what I'm saying? It's Black History Month. He is black. Hey, kudos to him. Fuck both them squads though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and get this out the way and not to be rushed anything, but clearly 2021 has a plan, man, and it's very reminiscent of the shit all of 20. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, cut your phone off, bro.
We lost Cicely Tyson, John Chaney, excellent coach, historic coach. You know, I saw Kende, he either sent it to me or put up a post from a film that she did in that speech. What movie was that? That was
man, you know what? I don't remember the title of it. I wish I'd have thought about that. I don't, and I just kind of ran across that. Obviously, people was posting stuff about Cicely Tyson all day when that happened. But it was a powerful. It was a clip of her, basically talking at like a town hall or something. And the lines that she was running was basically this idea that, you know, she was confronting a white guy by saying, a white guy said, "Go back to Africa."
Go back to Africa, yeah.
And she was like, "Africa, motherfucker, we built America. Like, why would we go back somewhere when we built this place?" It was real powerful. It was powerful.
Facts on facts.
Mine, are you familiar if the speech was a snippet of it or?
Yeah, it was a snippet. It was a snippet. Hater. Okay.
Hey, and today is also the anniversary of the Greensboro sit-in.
Oh,
we all remember that. Yep, it's always February 1st, brother. There you go. Start the month off right and correct. You know, Cicely was also, she was empowering to Black people and Black female actors and role models in the first place, and she was groundbreaking, man. That's why it's always, you know, to me, I know she was old. She lived her life. Me and Kenny kind of agree on have you old enough? You know, it's still unfortunate you're gone, but just another page turn in the book, man. But it's still always a little sad to think about, you know, watching people leave. Even John Chaney as well, man, because you hate losing leaders of men and leaders of culture. Cicely was a leader of culture. John Chaney, culture as well, but leader of men, you know what I'm saying? To do like 30 years at Temple and to do like 12 years at a D2 school, to win a championship at D2 school, to make the tournament every year except one at Temple.
Ooh.
That's dope. That's dope, dog. He made the Elite Eight maybe like 6 to 8 times. Countless talent going through there. He coached so long. And this little side joke I have with my boys, he coached so long, the Temple's mascot is the owl. That man started to look like that fucking owl. The bags under his eyes and everything, bro. He embodied fucking Temple, man. So, I mean.
You know what, though? He put Temple Sports wouldn't even exist without John Chaney. Nobody would know anything about Temple as a sports institution, bro.
He low-key, he wanted me to come there and play, man. And when I went on my visit, you know, it was.
Where is Temple? Where is it, Amon? Where'd you go visit? What state is it in?
What state is Temple in?
We in Philly, bro. Don't do that.
The state of Philadelphia?
The city of Philly.
City of Philly.
Protection.
Don't do that.
Protection.
Don't do that.
Thompson Protection.
That's what I do for a living, man. That's what I do for a living.
Thompson Protection LLC.
Sound like your security company, Thompson Protection.
Okay.
We will
Thompson Protection LLC.
Hey, do y'all remember when he threatened John Calipari? Said, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah,
I'm gonna murder you.
man.
I'm gonna kill you.
It was all over ESPN, bro.
That was one of the greatest sports moments.
He said they was buddies all the way up until he passed.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's the good part. And then for him and John Thompson within this many months, those dudes, at least when we were growing up, are synonymous with a Black coach, college, running shit, and had all the respect in the world.
Father figures to so many.
Right.
Yeah, everything.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you know how intense you got to be to threaten, you know, the future of the mob?
On TV?
On TV?
On TV?
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me Calipari ain't plugged, man. He threatened like, I will murder you. He used murder. Now I'm going to kill you. He said kill too. I'm going to go murder your ass. I'm like, damn, well, you all right with me.
Can we talk about since it's Black History Month, can we talk about the first female Black assistant coach in the NFL?
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Now, I'm not sure if she's on the practice squad, okay, or she's actually, you know, a part of the actual organization, but she looks pretty tough. All right. You know, she comes off fuck it, let me just say it, man. You know what?
Be cool, brother. Be cool, man.
Shout out to that. Shout out to that young lady, right? And what I'm going to say is this: I think there is a type that they have to let in, right? Clearly, she's lesbian, okay? And
lesbian or just part of the LGBTQ community?
She's part of the community, I guess. Okay. You know, but she's on the man side of things, right?
Queer, right?
I don't
butch.
think I don't
saying her. She's
butch. I don't know if that's the correct term. Okay. Maybe I don't know if they're letting a young lady walk in with heels, you know, in a wrap in that position. You follow what I'm saying? I do understand she had a sports background. You know, she actually played arena football and some other things like that. My question is though, is there a real place for women in that arena in NFL? You being a former football player, and I just feel like if a woman never been on the gridiron and been hit,
you just woke me up off that dead silence. So I'll say this: if you're talking about the woman that you were saying coming in heels or whatever, I'm gonna say that at the time when I was playing, some of the trainers were heterosexual, and they were honestly doing their job. I didn't see them as anything but the trainer.
Okay.
They weren't meat.
They weren't meat.
I was gonna say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's funny you use the term tough while it's on the top of my head. I don't know if y'all saw Draymond Green's video, but that shit was hilarious.
I didn't think it was real. I had to like search it 3 or 4 times. I was
and
like,
he said,
"Fuck."
He's like, "Man, fuck out of here." He said, "There's too many tough guys in the league." And
he won of them though.
Somebody scared of no Rodney McGruder.
This man hit. How he calls him out for being tough, and he hit a man in his nuts, fam. That's the last thing you do on the court in life. Period.
True.
He can go on somewhere with that.
Somebody else is that Paul Pierce that did that, or the other way around?
Jamal Murray just did that shit too recently.
He did.
No, was it Artest? No, Paul Pierce did.
Artest was a G.
No,
Artest was the real bona fide deal.
Paul Pierce.
Draymond better go on somewhere, man.
I don't know, but fuck Draymond. Shout
but
out Draymond.
yeah, I think Amon's right. And because there's a San Francisco coach. She was she's not black. I think she's white or Hispanic, but she was promoted to the main squad. There's a lot of actual women on practice squads and colleges, but the actual main squad, she is part of the community as well. I don't really right now. I wish there was more of a broad spectrum because, you know, if my daughter wants to coach, you know, I don't want her to believe that there's like what Amon said, there's only like one door that you could open instead of, you know, or a type you have to be instead of just being who you are.
I think a couple implications in that are 2 things. One, she's a former basketball player. So we do tend to see, and you're right, that's not the right term. Butch is not the right term. The term is male facing, I believe.
Male facing.
I believe that's the right way.
More creative stuff.
Challenge the smart guy, people.
But
it was on episode 9. He had actually let us know that.
But here you go.
Yeah. So I think one of the implications is that we typically see male-facing women in sports, right? I think some of that does come from the fact that sports have been so male-dominated for so long that they emulate the same athletes that we do, as you know, and those dudes are men. So I think that comes with it a little bit. I also think that the reverse aspect of that, like the woman in heels and the skirt kind of thing, coaching on the sideline, I think it puts players in a precarious situation, because if you find this woman attractive, and she's, you know, technically like your boss, these are young men.
Nice.
These are young men making lots of money and who feel powerful. Millions. And so if they could potentially risk a lot of sexual harassment lawsuits around having somebody kind of, you know, I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying that could be an implication. And then the last thing I'll say on that is like, I think that the question that what I thought Amon was asking is, as a player, will some of these grown men have a problem with taking authoritative decisions from a woman on the side? If she pulls you out the game and says, "Nah, man, you fucked up the place, sit your ass down," are these young men going to respect her?
The first thing out of player's mouth, bitch, fuck you.
Especially, and I think unfortunately, if she's like on the pretty side, I do think that's a. I'm not saying it's right, but I do think that it would be more common for people to be dismissive.
You see it in the NBA with the refs. If LeBron goes up, gets fouled, and you know, whatever a ref's name off the top of my head, I don't know, calls a foul, it's like, oh man, come on. If a lady does it, I've seen some players. I'm not just gonna say LeBron. I'm just, you know,
they waiver
the best player in the world's name. Yeah, but you know, he'll say like, "Come on, really? What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like to McKinney's point of saying like, most basketball women are, they have that emulation. But what I can also say is some of the best players ever are women with husbands. Candace Parker, Skylar Diggins, a lot
Skylar
of
fine
Skylar is amazing.
Yeah.
Like
shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Skylar.
Skylar, what's up? When she's at Notre Dame, when I was working on that editing, I used to just watch the games, but I was like paying attention to her. Like, come on, man, do your work. But it's a situation that, like to use the term fluid. Interested to see what happens next. I would love to see that, woman that loves the game, doesn't have to look a certain way, just throws her cleats on, comes out and does what she's supposed to do. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I know, Abasi, I'm gonna let you weigh in on this, but my last point, I guess, would be I didn't mean let. You're right. I should have said let.
I'm still appreciative of you. I'm still appreciative.
But yeah, no, I think to that point too, there's also this idea that when you break a line, like a color line or a glass ceiling, so to speak, the first always have a certain type. Jackie Robinson, people took a lot of issue with Jackie Robinson's niceties around race. And so it's like, to be the first of a thing, you're opening the door for the other versions of it. And so I think that that's something to consider too.
That's all real spill y'all just kicked, man. You know what I'm saying? To be specific, Jennifer King is the assistant running back coach for the Washington football team. And I think when it comes to coaching, if it's not the male aspect of it, because these organizations, they've used nepotism for years in how they hire and fire and rehire and fire each other. So she's walking down a different path already in itself, but it's more about the brain work. If she's capable and have the mental capacity to know what's best, to train these young men to hit these holes, you know what I'm saying, and do their job on the football field, then it's that's on them.
HOLES, like a hole, a lane to run in.
Double entendre, especially if she's male facing, but
Bars.
Yeah, fam, you know what I'm saying? So y'all stupid, dog. But if she can do her job, it shouldn't be a problem. The only question is something that McKenday kind of spoke to, is about, can she lead men? We have been talking about John Thompson and John Chaney and losing leaders of men. Okay. I don't remember too many wars, too many battles where women led. There are some, they just aren't glorified like the male battles are. So that's going to be a trial in itself. Facts, man. That's the major one. That's the one they like to glorify. But I harken back to Chris Paul and his first take he got against.
First of all, don't you ever harken back to anything. What are you harkening back to?
Parking. He's looking up. He's using his dictionary, man. He wants his points. Let him get his points.
These high school words, bro. We can get free with the words after a while, bro. But yeah, man, Chris Paul, when he got the tech from the female referee, and he said, man, in the press conference after the game, he said she made a bad call. They jumped on him like, oh, why you gotta say it's a she? What is this? What is that? He was like, I'm just saying that I would have said, dude made a bad call, the ref made a bad call. I made a distinction. I was not defining her for her gender. I made a distinction. But he had to eat that for about a month before it went away. You know what I'm saying? But if Jennifer King can do her job, kudos. Break ground, bring your people with you.
Yeah, no, big major salute to her for sure.
And it's funny, like when you said that, how athletes are, lambasted in the media. When I think it was Cam about 3 years ago, I don't know if you recall, maybe Abasi does. A woman had, or McKenday too, a woman had said something about a route. She had said, DJ Moore went on this route and he's just did this. All he did was, wow, it's
what's funny.
Weird.
And you know what
talk about.
But what's interesting about that is that if you are the quarterback of an NFL team and a reporter of any, you ain't got to see who the person is. When they begin to give you advice on how to be a quarterback, that's your response in general. You like this. You gonna tell me how to do this? You gonna tell me, the motherfucker that gets paid to study this shit every day all motherfucking day? Right, I think the scoffing was definitely more like.
I think that was his year though. I think it was like the year after. And then let's be real. I'd love to say, oh, what if that was Aaron Rodgers? oh, he just had a.
They wouldn't have mentioned it, dog. They wouldn't have mentioned it at all.
Yeah, and then they found a bunch of tweets where she was calling men bitches for not doing something on the court. Like, if you want to do that, Black Twitter will find you if you try to attack one of our leaders. You feel me? So it gets to that point where, you know, women want to be treated equal, but then they want, well, who's gonna help me?
Hey man, that's
when someone says something as simple as
bringing
that.
Up
And that's a tough
Rod's point. Rod posted that shit on the Facebook page, on the Facebook Convo page, where he was like, cleaning the snow off the car. It's all that. It was funny, but it was also like, I sat and watched people yesterday just in like struggle mightily.
You are petty as hell for that
parking lot, bro. Let me tell you something. It was hysterical and sad all at the same time. And somebody did text me like, "Man, you bogus as hell. Why don't you go out there and help them people?" I was like, "Yeah, I ain't. It ain't that sad."
I'm not on that.
Shout out the Wards, man.
Yeah,
is that Rod's like cousin that said that on YouTube?
I don't know, man. You know,
it was Rod.
I wanted to
Rod
give
said it. Ryan posted his brother.
I mean that YouTube post about the 4 minutes in, but go ahead.
I want to get a lot of love to the YouTube gang, right? And the Thompsons and the Wards. It's so many of y'all. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all are single-handedly keeping the YouTube alive. I love all y'all comments. Y'all are going ham. So you know, that's what you call support right there. For real. So everybody from Isaac to fucking, I can't think of, I've seen so many people that are related to y'all. So y'all are many tribes, and shout out to y'all parents.
Yeah, y'all are.
Shout out to y'all parents for producing y'all, because there's so many of y'all.
Oh, I heard just fucking and shit.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Now you see why I don't use rubbers. You see what I'm saying? You train a child up in the way they should grow.
Shout out to again Miss Jennifer King. Okay, welcome to the NFL. I hope things go well for you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Also, let me just tap into Black excellence. You know, this is my thing. I love it. This young lady here, Breanna Daniels, the first African-American woman to become a NASCAR pit crew member. You guys may not know how huge that is.
She's fine too,
and she's fine. You know,
she don't fit that. Yeah, she don't fit this. She don't fit that. That other. I mean, I'm just saying to the point that Dion was like bringing up. Like she's she's a very like, you know, beauty centric type of person. Yeah, you can tell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she's showing that you can be on whatever form.
Yeah. So shout out to Miss Daniels.
Y'all just sound like this. Man, if they can do the job and they're good, we got to, you know, respect. Man, fuck that bitch. That's what I just heard.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
well, I certainly don't use that word.
Yeah, we don't. We don't.
You don't use the term "fuck" when you're talking about sex?
No, that's definitely not the word I was talking about.
When you talking make love?
No.
Bang.
The verb would.
Yeah, no, but I mean, for real, I think that, I guess to me it does. It mirrors that idea that you do have examples. You're gonna see more and more examples of all types of women that have all types of, you know, presentations, doing the job. And like Abasi said though, like if you're good at it, nobody's gonna give a fuck. You know, at the end of the day, it's gonna really get down to the merits of what you do. It's really not gonna be what you look like. Either you win or you fucking lose in sports. That's how this shit go.
Look at the Black Becky Hammond.
Fatty as hell.
Becky.
What episode was that, Dion?
Yeah, it was like 3, wasn't it?
That was 3. Yeah.
No, he can stop too. This boy think he Rain Man out here with these stats. I can't tell.
Not Rain Man, just stats.
Okay. So again, Black History Month. I want to shout out Shirley Chisholm. I wanted to basically bring up people that we don't talk about a lot or get a lot of fanfare, or, you know, just people just wouldn't know. So she was the first Black woman to actually run for president. Okay. And she also became the first Black woman elected to the United States Congress. Okay. She served 7 terms from 1969 to 1983, and she's actually from New York. So shout out to her. You know, Shirley Chisholm, shout out to her.
I would be interested to find this out. I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think she has any children. And just to kind of tie it into our point in the last conversation, that like to be a successful Black woman in politics, the idea of a family and she
was married, but no, I don't think she had any kids though.
I don't think she had any kids.
Yeah, so you know that's.
But no, she was fierce though. Let me tell you something, man. Watch any of her videos, bro. That's not the person you want to be standing at. Her debate. I mean, she was a straight bully in debates because she knew people was gonna come for her. She was highly intelligent, but she was also no punk. So like when people used to try and dismiss her and throw little stuff out there, what they talk about a lot is that people were genuinely shocked at how well versed and in depth she was in terms of the issues. She was she was really, really brilliant in debate, man. That's one of my favorite things about Shirley Chisholm.
Yeah, it was definitely Black excellence right there. Let me take a look at something. Let me
Come on, man, no dead air.
Since it's been snowing outside, I saw Kende try to start the what is that, the Jazzy Jeff challenge. You should let me share my screen. What's your activity? What's your activity when you snowed in?
Nothing really, bro. Just same as it always is, man. Hopefully I have a bottle somewhere. Hopefully somebody may be willing to come see me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just chill. Most of the time I'm going to work anyway, but fuck all that. Let me tell you this. Once upon a time, not long ago, but a long time ago though, actually. So it was snowing pretty bad. It wasn't a blizzard. Snowing pretty bad. I had an appointment. I was supposed to be somewhere with a certain female at a certain time. Let's just say 9 o'clock. I got a call from a flavor I hadn't tasted in a long, long time. A long time. And I'm looking like, she say, I'm in town for one day. What you want to do? I want to do that. So it's like 6 o'clock. It's a short run, short trip. I get in my car, I make that move, I rotate, I get to where I'm going. I get stuck in the snow. I get stuck in the freaking snow. This is after we doing what we do, and instead of being a quickie, I can't bust. I'm like, what the fuck? this is going wrong.
The worst ever.
Already, man. So now I'm sweating super hard, you know. And mind you, I got to be back where I'm at. I got to be fresh. I eventually get out the snow. I leave, get out the snow, get back to my designated location. Now I'm standing there. I don't want to take my coat off because I'm sweating. I don't want the questions that come with that. But I'm standing there in this coat, sweating more. You know what I'm saying? So this is all the way fucked up. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
So eventually I took the coat off. She's like, why are you sweating so much? I'm like, man, I sweat. I just get hot. I get hot. You know what I'm saying? But
I had to shovel. I had to shovel myself out.
I was so tired. I didn't feel like making shit up. I was like, I don't know. I'm hot. I'm hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And that's all I got, bro. I don't do nothing with the snow outside. Stay your ass in the house.
Yeah. I couldn't even, I tried to place an Uber order and it said no carriers in the area.
Available,
like,
bro.
What?
Yeah.
She was crazy.
Yeah, I actually, what's funny is like I caught myself going to the store real quick to get my little groceries right across the street or whatever. And I hit the corner and the line wrapped around the corner, bro. When I saw that line, I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna starve today. I'm not standing in this line.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, bro, what's crazy is I have had really that y'all remember 2011 when Lakeshore Drive like was completely covered in snow and they shut it down, right? So like that day, I went outside, same kind of situation, like, well, shit, it's gonna be like this for some days. I need to go get some supplies. I go to walk to Walgreens, which at the time was 2 blocks away, bro. 2 blocks, man. It took literally 2.5 hours to get to Walgreens, out of Walgreens, and back to the crib for 2 blocks. Like the way this whole shit is set up is rough. But my particular activity, quite honestly, usually is what I did this weekend. I like to sit down and make beats. That's like, to me, that's the time where I know I ain't got nothing else to focus on. I know it ain't no sense in trying to figure out what the fuck else going on anywhere else with anybody. Even like Abazi said, if I want to call somebody to pop up, they not finna get outside and that's no. I did end up going ice skating last night in the middle of all that shit. But yeah, like I think in general, man, that's my time where I'm just like, I know the world is shut down, so fuck the world. I'm gonna be on some me shit right now.
What do you got, big fella?
Good, amazing sex. Is always good.
Is it more amazing because it snowed?
Yeah, because pre-marriage.
Well, everybody knows that Dion's a little nasty pornographic ass nigga. So, he'll find anything to turn him on.
You only live once.
He want to put his foot in the snow.
Who does just missionary? I mean, if you just keep doing missionary and doggy style, you can only do so much, buddy.
Fam, what's your go-to then, big fella?
Switch the participants.
2011
switch
Blizzard
the
that McKinney alluded.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead and tell us what your freaky tales.
The 2011 Blizzard that McKinney alluded to, pre-marriage, me and my beautiful wife had to still go to work as she managed the, if you guys remember, the currency next door, and I was at Six Corners. Shout out everybody that snitched, did whatever they did, bitch asses. But like I was saying, she had to come to work. I did. The snow was literally 3 feet, bro. I'm not exaggerating.
It was insane.
It was insane. So I think I went over and picked her up. I think I let her jump on my back to get her in, and then we had some chicken wings and some sauce. Hey, and some some good fun.
To, Six Corners, and while Dion was there, it was probably some extra sauce on your wings.
Oh man, have some class.
Because his nasty ass,
fucked up.
Yeah, man.
It's not nasty, man. It's fun times, man. You live once, and you.
I did not know that your wife worked next door when you were at Six Corners.
She managed that currency. That's where she was there for like 12 years, I think.
That explains some things.
That's how I
that explains some things.
How we
stupid,
that's how she got me. So
that's what's up. So
it's a story for another show.
I'm interested in knowing, what do you guys or what's your idea of or perception of beauty in a woman? When you see a woman, is it the way she dresses? Is it her smile? Is it her voice? What is it about that woman, if it is a one, or is it multiple things that you like in multiple different women?
Take off.
Want to go?
I mean, I think, you know what? I think beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder, if you will, right? Yeah, corny, petty. I had
partially, but go ahead though, bro. Partially.
But, I think there's beauty in every woman. Let me be clear, right? Now it is some of y'all that are just unattractive. Let me be clear. You can have a beautiful spirit, and that can be attractive, right?
See, this is where I disagree. Beauty, but go ahead, finish. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
So I mean, obviously, nice ass, titties, hips, nice legs. Those things are great. But if you are, you're fine on the outside, but on the inside, you're just a terrible human being. Like, you're trash. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think that beauty is for me is your spirit, right? And if you happen to be cute, then cool.
Do you think Wendy Williams is beautiful? Do you think Wendy Williams is beautiful?
She's trash, and Method Man is trash for smashing her. Let me be clear. And Meth, you my man.
I ain't getting mad at her.
Meth, you are my man.
Right? METHOD, man.
Like, keep it moving. Like, you should have kept it moving on that, bruh. Like, no better. I was gonna call him.
I think the problem I have is the term beauty as a descriptor of a personality, right? So, like, for me, I think that when we talk beauty, we really are, like, we can be honest. We are talking about surface level. So it's not the beauty in you; it's the beauty on you.
Maybe,
right? So I think that's one thing, right? But I also think that, like, So when you talk about the beauty in you or the personality, for me, I wouldn't say that you have a beautiful personality. I don't know what an ugly personality is, right? I might say you have an energetic personality. You have a passionate personality. Like, I wouldn't use the words ugly or beautiful to describe a person's personality. I don't think that's the proper description. I would use other descriptors, right? But in terms of beauty as a physical standard, absolutely, aesthetically, my general approach is this. You tend to find that if a woman doesn't fit your quote unquote metrics, right? She's not 36, 24, 36 with all the blah, blah, blah that you like or whatever.
Only if you 5'2", so it makes a lot.
The thing is, if she puts time into herself and she feels beautiful, I think she's actually going to look more beautiful. Now, what that looks like and what that is, you know, to each his own. But I do think that that's a key factor of beauty is not just your absolute biological framework, but how well you keep up with yourself. If you scraggly someday, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't consider yourself as beautiful, even if you got great packages and all like that, I don't think you're going to be considered beautiful. So yeah, it's a tough one for me, man, because I get that whole beauty is only skin deep vibe, but I just feel like I would use other things. Like beauty and attraction are not the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm attracted to
not even same ballpark.
A woman, right? But I'm attracted to things that I find beautiful in that way on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or in a woman, right? So yeah, I think it's a bit more of a nuanced, if you will.
Oh,
it's for nuanced. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna give you 6. I'm gonna give you 6.
No, not
that's too
6.
much.
6.
I like the fluid. I like the fluidness. I like the
we
fluidness.
never identified like what the top score is. These points is becoming random.
There's none, bro. One day Dion gonna drop a 37-point word. Next day you gonna drop a 42-point word.
But it's funny because last week
I think I got the biggest one.
Fuck?
Can I finish?
There it is. There's one.
Acquiesce.
Wait, what'd he say?
I think I got the biggest one.
I think I dropped the biggest one.
Boy, knock it off.
Hey man, check yourself, Q.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Whatever.
I think I was watching the show and me and mine were like at the same time.
Right,
so it's all about like feeling. You get me?
That's a feel. But I like how you use nuance. It was a flow.
Nuance. It flowed. It went off. You know.
Y'all silly, man.
So to speak. But you guys, I don't know if you know, but I'll tell you now. If you're familiar with the term restaurant, I probably could be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Restaurant? I'm not familiar with
put me on.
Restaurant. All right, so Abasi, you not familiar with restaurant?
A Google away.
Facts.
All right, so restaurants will be Hooters.
Tilted
Kill.
Okay.
There you go. Now, all three of those,
Harold,
I've worked at. I've managed. So I guarantee I'm probably
Did you make that up,
the
man?
only black dude that has managed.
I like it.
Joe,
I'm serious. I probably am.
You coined that yourself, that term?
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounded like he made that up. Yeah, it sounded like he made that up.
Right.
But it's a good one. That's very
restaurant. No, if you Google restaurant, it'll pop right up.
I didn't know.
It's a real word.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and those restaurants will come up. But to my point,
restaurants
working at those
pussy rants.
All right. So I would say Hooters is more of a family. You know. Hooters is more of a family-oriented restaurant where a man could take all of his clan and so could I. Tilted Kill is kind of in the middle, but mainly like older, like
purrs.
Yeah, dudes. Then Twin Peaks is like the stage. I mean, I produced the fucking bikini contest at that place. So, and then there's a lot of women that came out of there that are doing very well for themselves.
Yeah, you had one of them was a guest, right? She was the one you fired right before the contest.
Paige is doing it.
Miss
Bree Drake. I can actually throw some shit out here and flex. Bree Drake was in.
Shout out to Leon.
Bree Drake was in Drake's Drake and Travis Scott's video. She was the main chick in that video. She did a few other videos. Shalina's doing very well in California, doing a lot of YouTube things. So these are two women.
Factor this back into how you perceive beauty.
Yeah, I am. Let me get there. You said last week I take a little while when you was trying to help me out. So let me take a little while.
Guys, long-winded out here.
Fuck you. These girls. Oh, that's what you meant on the text. Got it. So these girls are what everybody considers beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to this place. You're gonna see these beautiful women, but they don't know what it is behind them registers and behind that kitchen when all their shit is all over the floor. All the makeup is thrown everywhere. How they just drop their clothes where they stand and leave it on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Let alone have disgusting attitudes. They will throw you under the bus, say you did anything if you fuck with their money, right? So I have met a ton of beautiful women. Some of them I look at as like they were the nastiest thing on earth because of their personality. So I don't know how to say it. I don't know if McKinday was saying it earlier or what he was alluding to, but bro, your personality is huge. There could be a girl that might not be, you know, how he said 36, 24, 36, but you know, she's cute. She has a, you know, or bigger, a little heftier or fluffy.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not. Or she has
we know, dog.
But she has an amazing personality. You know, you can take her out with friends. I got lucky to where, you know, I married someone that I could take out with my guys if I wanted to. You know, that's huge to me. If I gotta leave your ass at home because you worried about what I'm gonna do, that's a problem to me. So
let me ask you this: when people talk about you know, that there was a scale introduced somewhere at some point where people started using the phrase "she's a dime," which would mean a 10-pointer, right?
Yeah.
What do you think that was all a physical beauty kind of assessment, or was the dime somebody who had great personality, goals, and shit like that?
I think the way it's presented was probably physical. I would say I had women working under me that were 9 of them were dimes. They were beautiful women.
So it is a physical. A dime is a physical.
The way it was brought, the way it was introduced to the culture or wherever. Like they would come in, no makeup on, and honestly, bro, it was like Wonder Woman. They would go in there, do whatever, come out like you're a
Wonder Woman,
person, you know. And it was funny because the customers they had so much envy for me. It was like 5 managers. They sent us out to Denver to train for 7 weeks. Like that's how important
7
it was.
weeks.
7 weeks in Denver. They put us up in a hotel.
Okay,
it was Twin Peaks boot camp. And when you get to work, it's like, oh, this guy. They want your job, bro. You know, so they do whatever possible to talk shit about you. I was called a nigger one night to where my co-manager, white dude, told me
he needs the couch. You need the couch.
Yeah, this is a funny story. I'll be done.
No. You're done now. I'm tired of this shit.
Okay. No. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead, Dion.
Then I was there. We were close. We were shutting down in a white, and it's funny because I know you all could attest that when white people get mad at you, they're probably thinking or will say, you nigger, right? And that's what happened. We do a last call 15 minutes prior. We told him, you know, everything's done. He's trying to talk to a girl that has 0 interest in him. She's doing her job at the bar. My guy Jim was a manager, one of the coolest dudes I know. He just happens to be white, 6'5", big dude, like in shape. Pause. But
beat his ass.
Yeah. So, long story short, it was this white guy and then an Hispanic guy and a black guy at the bar, right? Told him, you know,
sounds like a bad joke.
Yeah, I know, right? So we told him, like, hey, man, like, you know, we're done. He was, you know, inebriated, and we told him, you know, it's time to go. He's like, fuck, come on, man, give me a shot. Long story short, I was called a nigger. So Jim immediately came behind, took me to the back. He said, it's not worth your job. Fuck him. And then the gentleman at the bar, the Hispanic gentleman and the black gentleman, asked him, what are you trying to do right now? What are you saying? And then the guy was like, fuck you talking to. He's like, we can go outside and handle it. So they commenced to taking him outside and handling. So sometimes you got to like stand back and let certain situations happen to
Bro, you lost me. I thought you was gonna come to.
I told you this shit was over. Anyway, shout out to Dion being Uncle Clifford from P Valley. Okay, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, you gotta watch P Valley, man.
You wanna watch P Valley? Oh man.
All that noise though, man. You know.
Yeah, come on.
What Dion started though was a real conversation though that could be had about. Well, McKinday and Dion started it. What's considered a dime, that actually can turn into a levels conversation, because when you have nothing to offer but looks, yeah, your looks can make you a dime. But when you move up in class, finances, education, and when you level up, it incorporates more than just your looks. But I ain't finna get to that bullshit, man.
I used to have a 5-point scale.
Boy,
I'm go ahead.
Come through with my body blows and hooks, dog. Hooks and roundhouse kicks, bro.
And you know what's funny about Bossy? It's hard. It's hard to judge your pauses, bro. It's hard to judge your pauses. Go ahead, Bossy. I definitely didn't mean to cut you off.
Finish, bro. Yeah, go out there. Go ahead.
No. Go. You finish. You was
about to take off. You was about to take off.
It is hard.
Well, oh my God. All right. You know what, man? To me, though, beauty really, it's an amoeba-like, non-tangent thing, in my opinion, bro.
What does amoeba-like mean?
You can't. It's not really. It don't really have a certain form. It's like you said. It's not descriptive,
amoeba,
bro.
Amoeba. God damn.
That was a genius use of that word. That was.
Y'all need some help, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I think art and music, even weather and experiences, can be beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really think that. But in seeing beauty in a woman, it's kind of like how you fit, the compatibility, how she can please you, dog. It's like, man, how many? Y'all need to stop, bro. It's like
dick fit
around. That's all that really matters half the time, too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like if she can please you, if she fulfills you, bro. If she got a sense of humor, she around the way, girl, bro. If she business out in the world when she not with you, bro, and she come home and handle her business, bro, all that can be beautiful because it ties back into how y'all fit, how y'all work, that chemistry. Bixby, I'm not talking to you, motherfucker. Talk about my business. Bixby, I didn't hear you. You know what I'm saying? Bixby tripping, man. Yeah.
He went from gone bossy to bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Bixby was tripping, man. But on some real shit though, we call women beautiful. It's a term that's been used for a while. Can we name agree on 5 women that we say that nobody can kind of argue with that are beautiful?
Michelle Obama's on that list.
Michelle Obama, Sally Richardson,
Jennifer Lopez,
Halle.
Jennifer Lopez.
You so thirsty for the Jennifer. I give you J-Lo because she looking real good at 50. Did y'all see that picture? God damn.
Yeah.
Who would be my
hating
on some real shit? Debbie Allen, bro.
Do me this favor though. Since it's Black History Month, do me a favor. This is Black History. Name me 5 black women that were considered just like straight beautiful. Nobody will argue with you. People will argue. People will argue Michelle. They will argue Michelle. Some people argue Halle. And they should.
I don't know if anybody's ever argued Gabrielle Union.
Good one.
You see what I'm saying? This is my point. My point in asking this question is not to objectify women, which I totally fucking did, and ask y'all to join me in doing that shit. My bad.
I'm okay with it. I'm here.
Thanks for the disclaimer. Appreciate it.
My bad.
Yeah.
It was too.
Oh, that's gonna make it all okay. That's gonna make it okay because you played ladies first.
Everybody name one apiece.
It was to make the point that beauty is not really a descriptive thing because you name someone dark, someone light, someone short, someone tall, someone pale, someone breasty, someone hippie. You know, it's all different shapes and sizes, man, bro. Really. So
that's all I tell you right now. Going to the United Center. There's a lot in there. I don't know their name, but shout out to them.
Hey, look, I used to have
ladies that come to the games.
When I was in college, I called myself being real smart. Like this dime thing was really like interesting to me. So like I came up with a
Not
5.
Not
yeah,
you.
Yeah, definitely me. I came up with a 5 category like scoring system. Like you either were 1 or 2. Either you had it or you didn't. But that was my version of a dime, right? And beauty was only 1 category. So either I thought you were attractive or I didn't, period. You know what I'm saying? So you either got a 1 or a 2 on that scale, right? But like the idea that she was, chasing her own money or, had goals about her own financial success was a category. Her demeanor, man. Like, so to me, the other thing about beauty is we start to get in this conversation of sexy. And to me, they're different. Right?
Yep.
Like sexy to me is not even a physical thing. Sexy to me is a demeanor. Like when you have that, you know what I'm saying, demeanor about yourself and about how you carry yourself, that's what I find to be sexy, right? Agreed, physical attributes as well are sexy. But so I had this whole scale, man, and I literally was like serious about this shit for like 2 years, bro. Like I used to write it down in a notebook.
Dedicated.
And then Mark Zuckerberg stole my swag and created Facebook. So,
Yeah.
I like. Let me get into My girl Alicia Keys. I think
there's a lot of smoke for her, man, with that no makeup shit, bro. It's a lot of people that
still think
fuck
she's
with
beautiful.
her on the beauty scene.
I think
with it though, without a makeup. I like natural anyway, bro.
Yeah,
I don't mind if a woman. I don't mind if a woman wears wig. Matter of fact, I hate wigs. That's the only thing I do hate. Weave, any kind of color, you can have it. Lashes, you can have it.
Keep that nigga thought shit away from me.
Makeup, you can have it, bro. I don't mind. I don't mind what you do with your body and how you look. You know what I'm saying? I do like natural though. That's fine.
Wait, did you say you good with ass injections and breast implants, but no weave?
No, I like. Can you hear, bro? I said I don't mind weave. I hate
you
wigs.
said you don't mind? Oh, I thought my bad.
I don't mind weave. I hate
don't like wigs, but weave is cool.
My dad hate wigs. All my brothers hate wigs. My son hate wigs. He like shit.
This has been passed down through generations.
I don't know how that started, bro.
But yeah, I'm gonna stop wearing that shit.
Don't
if you don't, let me ask you, if it's a wig that you can't tell it's a wig, it's probably a weave. Does that affect you in any way?
I can tell it's a wig.
I can definitely tell.
I can tell.
Because a lot of women just don't have a good grade of hair. All right.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just.
How the fuck do you know if they wearing a wig? You have no idea their grade of wig of their hair.
You know what?
Hey, you're a wild boy, dude.
Does it count like if they have mine? According to mine, if they have black in them, they're black, correct?
For sure.
According to
all right, so I have this thing for. Have you guys watched Atlanta?
Yeah.
No,
what's her name?
I don't know her name. You talking about his wife?
Tessa Thompson?
Yeah, her.
I'm just making up names now. Sorry.
Okay. But her, I love Rihanna. She's amazing. And then Rosario Dawson.
Rosario's, yeah, I fuck with her.
I mean, again, I think these are all women that aesthetically.
Right?
Yeah.
I think these are all women that we're talking about beauty from an aesthetic space. So, which is why I keep saying that, like, to measure internal beauty is not the right measurement system, because beauty is generally it's not skin deep in its actual assessment. It's very skin based in its assessment. It's what you fucking look like.
These are facts.
Man.
You know what I find funny, and I don't think there's a woman alive that thinks she's ugly.
Oh, that's not true.
So are you saying are you saying women are honest?
I'm saying that there isn't a woman alive
that's a problem.
That's a problem, right? And I only say because
why shouldn't you be confident, bro?
No, is there a man alive that thinks he's ugly?
No, for sure. I got some ugly niggas in the crew.
Do they think they're ugly?
And they be like, man, I know I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly.
What Biggie say though?
Black and ugly as ever. However,
Coochie down to the
sweater.
So you saying men will own their fucked up looking features, and women won't?
No. Viola,
she okay.
She all right.
That's Viola Davis.
She okay, yeah.
She also got a lot of makeup on that.
So I say that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I love Oprah, bro. It's something about her.
Oprah get it. Oprah get it.
Well, see, we're talking two different conversations now about somebody getting it or somebody.
I don't know.
I
like
get it
her
versus who's beautiful, right?
No,
that's my point about it. That's my whole point.
I'm with you though.
We're talking very different metrics.
It's not about money though. It's just something about how she carries herself.
It's about the money. Fuck you. She has made the side nigga the most important nigga in the world, right? Because Stedman ain't had to do shit but sit back, screw her every now and again, and take the bag.
Good old Stedman.
Good old Stedman, man. Shout out to Stedman, friend of the show, man. I can't wait for your book to come out. I need to holler at you, man. Come holler at me, man.
Dude. I met dude. I don't know if you would shout him out as much if you actually met him. He's a very interesting character.
Weirdo. Okay,
that was a flex. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I was flex.
I just wanted to let you guys know I did meet him.
No, I actually all I had ever heard was his name. Didn't know nothing about the man. He happened to be at some other event.
Do you got a last name?
Graham. Stedman Graham.
I never knew that right now.
Me either.
Yeah. Right. But when they said that, they were like, well, welcome to the stage, Stedman. And I was like, the only person I've ever heard referred to as a Stedman was that dude, right? Via Oprah. I'd never heard of anybody else be called Stedman. So I was like, is that the guy? And they were like, yeah. And yeah, from that point forward, his stock dropped, in my opinion.
He dropped that Graham. Nobody gives a fuck about his last name no more. His last name is dead. D-E-A-D.
Booty Magruder.
You guys think she's pretty?
I can't see it.
Dion, you're petty. No one cares about Jay.
He's flexing.
Hudson. Yeah, he's flexing.
Oh, you talking about he actually pulls up a picture on his phone.
I figure if I'm in it, it's more easier for you guys to recognize.
Yeah, you know who men can't judge honestly? They fucking mama. Everybody
that's a good point. Oh, hey, that's a good point.
Why would you?
When I say I was gonna call meth, I was gonna call meth because you shouldn't have smashed.
All right, but why would
Flex?
Yeah, sorry.
You're talking about women,
what?
Black women?
No, would you? It ain't a man allowed is gonna call his mama ugly.
So men aren't being honest. We've seen some people mamas. Everybody's not a MILF.
I mean, this even goes to the basic question. Let's take it all the way back.
You see where I'm going though, right? You see where I'm going, bro?
I see where you're going.
Somebody has asked you, look at my cute baby, and you looked at that baby and was like, nah, I don't see it.
Bruh,
I don't see it.
I just sent Obasi something the other day when they was doing this then and now challenge, right?
You did, bro.
The responses on some of those in and out, it was you were so cute back then. Like it was,
which DNA are you looking at?
Yeah, don't get heated up out here, man.
The one you sent me used to live next to BM, bro, which is funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
Nobody, no. I'm an expert at not doing that. I'm cool.
Okay, all right.
I got you, bro. I got you.
So since we're talking about women, man, I just thought about something. And I want to get.
Oh shit, we all in trouble. This nigga just thought about some shit.
Thought about something.
Anytime you just thought about some shit, it don't work out well. I just want to point that out.
Just say the.
Thinking about it a little bit more.
Think about shit. That's how he starts.
So can we recap real quick? Men ain't honest. Women ain't honest. Beautiful ain't really a thing. It's what you fucking want. And restaurants is a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Bills. Abasi just took your whole job. Like your whole role on this episode has been taken.
Why do you think men and women go back to an ex with benefits?
That's a really interesting question.
Joe, familiarity is a motherfucker, dog. And I like to use old adages, bro. It's a stupid one that people love to say, even when it's like, especially when it's like voting or something. The devil, you know what I'm saying? It go do that. Fam, the devil, you know, is still the fucking devil. Oof, knock it the fucking off.
Oof, that was bars.
You got the convenience factor. And usually when it's convenience, it's an agreed upon thing. It's arranged, bro. Then you got these falsehoods, this false sense of security. Like, you know, you've been with this person before, so you know what could or what couldn't go wrong. You got this really, really big falsehood that people love to get you in church. You got people in office. It's called hope. It's called freaking hope, bro. You go back to these people hoping that they may have changed. And a lot of times they don't. It's really amazing that people are so inconsistent in how they get down with their life. Everybody say they want better, want to do better, but they don't necessarily behave in a way that's conducive to them doing better, bro. If it's not my fault or our fault that you didn't choose up when you left the last relationship, or this is for men and women, it's not our fault you didn't choose up or choose better. So now you sneaking back and creeping back, bro. That shows shortcomings and faults in all your decision making, all the process, bro. And it really depends on their present. When I say their present, I mean how they living right now. If they decent, like Dion's happy, okay, I don't see him ever going back to the exes. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't choose up or choose better, bro, who knows what he'd be doing? Not saying he would, Steph. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell him what he'd be doing.
You know, look how he looked over there like he could see her. Like, yeah,
doors open, like she knows what's up.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got
honesty, baby.
You got things like the person you would now may not have the personality. You may miss the personality of the person in the past. You may miss the fucking sex. You may miss the finance. You may miss the compatibility. You may miss the connection. There's a lot of reasons people go back, man, and nobody's exclusive. Really not, man. You know, it's a select club. People that are fucking
like
exclusive,
I
man,
said last week, man. Like motherfuckers out here recycling. You know what I'm saying? They recycle, B. You know what I mean? They do. It is what it is. You as a man are the same person you were 5
or specific.
No. I feel like women probably have a top 5 list, right? And they always keep, in my opinion,
of exes, top 5 exes.
Yeah, for sure. And
no, top 5 dick. Let's be real.
Does it come on an ex?
Yeah,
fair enough. Dick, because they probably weren't even in a relationship with some of them.
That's a fair point.
I mean, you know, well, that is a relationship. It just depends on how you want to classify it. Yeah, it's sexual. You know what I'm saying?
Sexual relationship.
You don't have to share your entire self.
Top 5 dick.
Relationship.
Relationships are just a connection between two things, bro.
That's it.
The sex between y'all. That's it.
What you say, Dion? I don't know.
Mom, are you done? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said you don't.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
I just don't want to cut you off, buddy.
Appreciate
How's the Kirkland? Is it good? Tasty?
Kirkland.
No, I was gonna say long D or thick D, however you want to put it, bro. Cause I'm not even gonna look at you right now. No, bro.
I just want to hear the end of where you're going with this.
I'm trying, bro. He looking to find some shit. So
go ahead, man.
When you have when a woman has a situation, and I'm just gonna bring out something that is in the media to, kind of correlate everybody to what's going on, right? Khloe Kardashian is a good example, right? Tristan Thompson was caught.
Yeah, I thought we were going to Clifford route. I don't really give a fuck about the Kardashians. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Talk that shit, talk that shit, bro.
Just gonna give an example, bro. Tristan Thompson was caught red-handed, so to speak, or whatever handed you want to say. He didn't know he was, but I mean, that dude, man, he's so savage. He's so reckless. You're 7 foot. You're in the club with, I think it was 2 or 3 women around you, grabbing your cock. Somebody is videotaping your goofy ass. Khloe was pregnant. Long story short, she's with him to this day. Bro, Khloe can get other dudes, man. And I'm using her as an example because of her status. So he is, let me tell you, and I read something, I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but I read some. When you bust in a woman,
you leave your stain on them forever.
You leave your energy
I read that before. Yep.
in her. That's why my wife loves me so much. And she's sending me what she's sending me during the fucking show.
You know what? I am so sick of you.
You know what I'm saying? It's her fault, bro. Don't send me that and expect me not to be done. But like I said, the energy that you're giving,
Get her a chair on the show, bro.
Is giving that woman, whenever you could do the shit that he did. And it's just like, what, you don't even gotta say much, bro. It's like, why would you do that? They gotta get their shit off to them and show that they're mad. But she just comes back, and then all of these people in the world that are probably doing the same thing she is have the nerve to fucking judge her.
I think Abasi brought up a good point though, man.
Your dick talks to the soul, man. Like my girl Jasmine Sullivan said on that interlude. Like, they know it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? They know it ain't right. But his dick talks to me. No homo.
That was her.
Whoa!
In the interlude.
Bro, are you Tyler the Creator right now? Like, you are definitely.
I've already said it on the
yourself,
album.
bro.
No,
definitely Tyler the Creator on what's that show that he did?
I put quotes on that shit, man.
No, you didn't. You definitely did not.
Look at the bossy face. He waiting for it.
Yeah, bro. That.
Wait a minute. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
The young lady on Jasmine Sullivan's album said his dick just talks to me. End quote. Okay.
Now let me help you make your point. Let me help you make your point, Ahmad. I got you back.
He said fruits.
Oh man.
I got you back on this one. Right?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So, but it comes from what Abasi said, right? There is a certain, thing that you get from every relationship, right? I don't think anybody would disagree with that, right? It has a lot to do with what's going on in your life at the time that you meet that person, what's going on in that person's life, right? When we talk about the X culture comes from people having different strategies, goals, whatever at the time, right? So when you find yourself back in a situation with someone who you were already with before, like Abasi said, I think that you know what you can trust about it. And the going back is now identifying, is that thing that we struggled with before, is that still an issue, right? And so when you find that that's not an issue, it's a level of growth, right? To know that, like, okay, cool. All of those values that were originally there are still there. And this area where we found difficulty, we've seen growth on, whether it's, me or you, however it goes, right? So I think that's an important point. But to your point, Aman, this is, and I don't know, look, I'm not trying to sound like an expert on this, but this is what I believe. We forget as men, because we like to give ourselves, a lot of pats on the back and shit, right? We forget as men that women actually struggle to orgasm in most situations. It takes them time, and it generally comes with some form of trust and emotional connection with the person before they feel free in that regard. And when that's the case, yeah, if they find themselves in a position where they're looking for that type of affection, then yeah, they're gonna go to the place where they know they can get it, because there's already trust built there. There's already a familiarity built there. I think that's super important to women. Like again, I ain't no expert. I'm not a woman, but I think
that
that's
sounds
an
right.
important factor to women. So when you say of mine,
So
like, they just going back for the dick is associated with how they want dick. It's not just the actual dick. It's how they want the dick that they are really.
I approve this message.
Which goes to my question.
Damn, why they got to be your wife, bro? That's fucked up.
Which goes to you guys.
It's just
I have.
I know it's just a.
That's Monique voice.
Oh, that's Monique. I had no.
Y'all didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So fucking dirtbag just let the fucking cow out the fucking bag.
I mean, my bad. I know who it is.
Well, that means the world knows now. Okay, all 8,000 listeners. Thank you.
It was just awkward for me to hear her voice behind that particular statement.
Hey, man, just approve that message.
I have a question. So, do you think they go back to sexual relationships? Because I've seen women that have had good sex.
All kind, bro.
That person emotionally fucked them up. So they would.
That's a great point. I mean,
men,
yeah.
Even men, like emotional shit that'll fuck you up. It's always in your head. You could try, but it's like.
Let's be honest though, Dion. Let's be very honest. How many men, Dion, go back in a relationship and it's not sexual in its initiation? Like how many men DM a girl that's an ex because they want
that's what I'm saying.
Emotional connection.
It's a the sex was amazing, but did she emotionally scar you? I guess my question is.
Well, you know what? It's like being in a fishing shop, bro. You getting your bait to go fishing. The bait is always out there. The bait is the vagina or the penis, bro. It's always out there. It's the lure for you to go back. The minute something happens and you can't talk it out, work it out, or you may just get weak, bro. That bait is out there because you know what you left in your past, but your past is never far behind. They call it baggage. That's part of that baggage, bro. That's everybody got, dog.
Abashi, what's the bait is what? What's the worm and what's the lure?
Okay, too many going on.
Yeah, too many people talking. What's the worm and what's the lure?
You know what? The worm is just the idea. It's the thought of the sex. That's the worm. That's the worm.
Because you can get that at any, you know what I'm saying?
No, but that go back to, I hate saying the devil you know twice in one fucking show, but that's the shit. I said for this topic, bro. It's what you know, man. It's what the fuck you know.
Right.
No, I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. I really do. I mean that especially the older you get, bro. Like the older you get,
as a man,
can
y'all go? I'm sorry, McKinney. That was so rude.
No, go ahead.
As a man, can y'all go back to that girl if you know that she has moved on and she is getting wanged out by another man? Can you still go back to her and feel comfortable with that?
Absolutely.
Look at McKinney's face. Hold on. Look at McKinney's face.
Well, because I'm confused as to whether you mean go back as a side
relationship.
Yeah, not a relationship, just to go wang. But she's clearly
for sure.
That's nothing.
Men are
no
sushi gang though.
The pipe,
no sushi gang.
No sushi.
How about if he's walking in his car as you're walking in?
Give a fuck.
Okay.
Yo, wow.
Question.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Like that. I think the common term for that in today's culture is messy, and
stupid.
That sounds like a messy scenario. So yeah, I try and avoid that.
But y'all got that chemistry,
that chemistry.
Yeah.
I mean, right. So that's where the sacrifice is. Like, is the chemistry worth the messiness? And
there was a situation in high school, man, where literally the "What's up, bro" moment happened for me. My man was walking out, I was walking in, and I knew exactly where he was coming from. You know what I mean? I don't even know if she had time to bathe. I'm sure. I hope she did. But
wash
16, 17,
you didn't care no way the time there. It didn't matter.
You
probably playing Nas
so
first
classy.
album on the way there, getting
hyped
for sure,
for sure. You know,
with that whack ass freestyle on the way there.
Hey man, when we were teenagers, the class was out the window.
He freestyled on the way to the door. Somebody gonna beat the pussy up and shit, man.
See, I was gonna say that too, Dion. I was gonna say that too, Dion. The other conversation about exes is that every relationship has a profile now in some way or form, right? Like if you go back to the high school days, as you mentioned, right? Only people knew who you was dating was the motherfuckers that went to school with you and the motherfuckers in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you were involved with somebody, that relationship had a private circle in some ways, right? It was restricted to a specific circle. Now, every relationship via social media, or most relationships via social media, are public information. And so I think the culture of going back, so to speak, is just discussed about more. Like people just talk about it more because you mentioned Khloe Kardashian and whoever the fuck Clifford is that y'all was talking about. Like these are not
Clifford Harris.
Okay, gotcha. These are not
fuck that nigga.
Yeah, these are not examples that we would normally have any access to think about it in that way. So yeah, I don't know. I just think I think the time period changes the perspective.
But does it make a difference if this person has wronged you and you go back? Right?
That's what I.
What person hasn't been wronged by somebody, man?
You know, exactly. I'm saying as men, we will go back. I don't think we're going back to mend an emotional bridge. I think we're going back just to
see.
If you fucked my homeboy wrong, that's different.
No,
if you fucked my homeboy wrong,
real, though.
Different.
He said,
if
somebody got wronged and you go back, well, see, it's two people at that party. It's two people invited to the party. One person did the wrong, one person got wrong. So if the person that got wrong accept you back, what's that say?
This my type of party.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm
any business in the lobby.
That, you know, the bully never remembers. Yeah, the bully never remembers who they bully, right? So as the bully, if you were wronged, right, you don't really care. You don't really care. So when a person comes back that they may consider that you've done them wrong, they can't wait to get back.
I think you gloss over everything if that cock or that vagina was good. That's what I feel. Like
some people do.
Yeah, you just be like, man, you think to that one or two times where you was in a car or on a stool and you're just thinking, you know,
hey, back to
pool
6 quarters,
table.
man. I'm trying to tell you, if you had wings and fries during that
extra
time,
sauce.
That extra
all
sauce.
I'm saying is
that's definitely the name of this episode is extra sauce.
Your mindset goes to that situation. You're like, okay, you know. So sex is very.
I don't know, man. I think it's that
people's life.
I'll say one more piece on this, and this is really about like maturity. Is that you often, if you find yourself in a situation where you go back, it often also somewhere in there usually is something where you found out what was wrong with you when that went down. And so it usually does come with some level of personal reflection of, you know what, I was not all good there. So my going back in some cases is also an opportunity for me to make good on that, right? To show that growth. But yeah, I think like Abasi said, man, it's definitely a two-person situation, bro. And it depends on where you are in your life and what's going on in your life. Like that's going to dictate all things.
I got it, man. Where you at with it, Bossy?
I went first.
Okay, I was gonna double back.
Yeah. Cool, bro, man.
They was cutting you off, so I want you to get your just due.
Oh no, man. Fuck all that shit, bro. Look here. People go back.
Look here.
People go back, daddy. For what
reason? I love it. I love it. Yeah. Hey, that's gonna be a Bossy First Quarter Convo t-shirt. People go back. The end.
So now that we're talking about women, I do have a question, right? And I didn't. This is just maybe on a whim. You know, the guys. I sent this, but I kind of want to just jump into a little bit. Maybe we get to it next week.
Where
do you
next
know,
weake? Where?
At High Noon, baby.
Super Bowl Sunday.
High Noon, baby. Live. In the same room. 4 guys, 4 mics, 4 perspectives.
IG Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live.
We doing all that shit?
All that.
The real pregame before the Super Bowl.
All that.
All right. So what are you saying, Phillips?
Do you guys have a problem if a woman
Oh, my fault.
He was gonna get this shit in.
I got to, bro. I got
later,
to. I think it's a discussion that needs to be had.
Shit is trash, bro.
Is it okay? Is it okay for a woman to propose to a man?
Oh wow.
Where you like? Because
I'm going okay. I'm
okay?
saying, well, you know what? Different strokes are for different folks, dog. I'm saying yes because if she really wants that guy, why wouldn't she go get that guy? This to me, I'm of the same mindset. I'm using this mindset right here. Okay, if you want to fuck somebody on the first date, that'll make you a hoe. That you know you want to fuck that person on the first fucking date.
But now this is more of a how many first dates have you had? You a hoe?
This is a more that might make you a hoe, but this is more of a lifelong commitment. This is more of a lifelong commitment. So if that may make it ring differently or hit different with people as far as this conversation goes, man. But if you want them, go get them. You know, because some people may think that if you propose to the man, he may treat you like shit because now he feel like he owns you. But the same man that may propose to you could treat you like shit in the same sentence, the same breath, the same relationship treat you like shit. And what do you have? The same results with two different origins.
Well, first of all, I think it's trash if a woman don't get on one knee.
I want to know how you do that. How do you correctly judge Abasi's pauses all the time? How do you know when he's done? Because apparently you never cut Abasi off. Apparently, like you know exactly when to chime in. Every time I try and do that, I cut him off.
Even if he does, Abasi,
kind of symbiotic conversational relationship that y'all have.
It's a tandem, man.
It's called Thompson Security LLC.
Exactly, man. Like we understand each other. You hate
is it the facial expressions or something? Like when he leans forward, is that your cue that he's about to be finished? Nigga,
no homo. We spend hours and hours together, man. You don't lose that chemistry, man.
You mean Paul?
Stupid, man.
Ear Protection LLC.
Now, I was gonna say this though, man. I think that you got to consider too that, and you know, I'm not gonna use you know, over generalizations, but I don't know how many men come to the decision of proposing to a woman at their own volition, right? Like, I think that generally would be a larger percentage. And I think this, right? I think that women would generally be creating some suggestive and or their family would be I mean, I'll tell you straight up, you know, a parent, a mama particularly of a son will directly ask her son when you get married. And so if a woman is coming around and she's been around for 2 to 3 years, she's very likely to supplant that same seed in the woman, right? At which point that becomes the next question. So I feel like I don't know the stats on this. Maybe Dion do.
Don't.
But I think that men rarely make the just outright decision on their own to say, I want to marry you. I think they kind of know that they're
I get that. What I'm saying is I'm traditional in a few aspects, right? Don't propose to me, right? Because my ego is through the roof anyway. So you know what that means to me? I own you. Right?
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you what, I never have to be emotionally connected to you because you wanted me so much that you proposed to me.
So then you're not gonna say yes, is what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna say yes for sure. But guess what?
Hold that against her.
It's not hold. I own you. I own you.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
It does. It does.
She owns you then. Cool.
Right.
For sure.
She's the one that put the what are you saying?
Hey, you guys, in marriage and union, y'all belong to each other. See how soft my voice is? In union, y'all belong to each other. Okay.
I'm saying that it's tradition for a man to get on one knee, right? Which means you're basically bowing down to this woman, right? Yeah. Yes or no?
But that tradition came with when I put this ring on your finger, you're my property.
Cool. But I'm saying don't.
Oh, you terrible, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That was terrible.
Don't get on one knee. Don't gender roles. Don't change
reverse. Gender reverse.
Don't reverse.
Don't do that. Like if I want to marry you, I'll get to that. Right?
So pump that gas all the time. Carry them groceries all the time. Do all this shit traditionally. You don't do that though. Okay, you ain't got
Monique.
yourself.
Yeah.
You ain't got to explain yourself. You ain't got to go no further, bro. I just know. Knock the bullshit off.
I'm just not. I'm just not with that.
I didn't get. I didn't propose on one knee. I
Yeah, me either.
proposed how she asked me to. You
How she asked you to.
She McKenday's point.
She owned that.
How she asked. I can't divulge because she always says. So what do you say when people ask how do? Bro, stop with that racist ass shit, man. She love that shit though.
That's fucked up.
But she always asks me like, "What do you tell people when they ask how you propose?" I'm like, "It's my business, bro." But it's. I mean, you guys know me, so
It's
there
all
was
good,
some.
man. I thought my
some
proposal
things
was
that
dope.
did that. Thanks for cutting me off. So
did you propose in front of people or did you propose privately?
Date,
yeah.
Me?
Did you propose publicly or privately? Okay, privately.
Private. It was privately,
his face, bro. It's private.
And
yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
All I'm gonna say is we were naked.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We were in the nude. It's my wife, bro. We have fun. We're living our life.
I've known you for 20 plus years, bro. I'm cutting you to fuck off.
22.
Yo, 22. Bro. Your level of triple X is ridiculous, man.
I have fun with my wife, bro.
That's cool, bro. Who proposes naked?
Like,
Who proposes naked?
I'm not
like, fuck it.
Guy.
Oh, wow.
I've definitely never heard anybody say they proposed while they were naked. Like that's definitely a first.
I didn't tell. I'm not gonna tell like the nature of it, but you had to be naked.
No, don't want to be there. Got it. Totally will take your word for it.
Based upon what Amon. So I wanted to ask Amon before I let this go. You had said something about like, oh, if you fuck on the first date, you seem like you're a whore. I don't think that's correct. I think a man, if he, actually a woman as well, if you could accost that woman's vagina.
You are steady reaching for that. That's like 3 episodes.
On the very first date, I'm not you. Okay. If you could get that, I'll just say get. Don't you think that man should be not rewarded, but just like placed like, damn, bro, first date, great job. Because most women, unless they're skanks or whores, aren't giving it up unless you put that work in on the first date.
No.
I disagree totally.
That doesn't have anything to do with. That didn't even have nothing to do with what we was talking about.
Yeah.
He said it earlier. Amon said it earlier.
But we were actually at the moment of talking about women proposing to men, and you were telling the story that you proposed the way your wife wanted you to.
You gonna let that ride, huh? You didn't say that?
What I said.
Well, yeah, he said it, but it had nothing to do with what we was talking about.
Yeah, at all.
Three Kirkland glasses in.
First date don't make people hoes.
No. What I said was in response. How many times has she done that?
Do you give a fuck? If she gets pussy on the third,
there goes the last.
If she gives you the ass on the 4th date, bro. You're not gonna care how many people. Wait. You don't know how many people she had sexually before that, are you?
Am I counting?
Right. There's no pussy.
You're not gonna know.
Pussy punch card, bro. There's no pussy punch card.
You're not gonna know.
You're not gonna know, B.
Not like Domino's or Italian Siesta. After 20,
here's the thing.
It's not like that.
Mom believes her when she says 6. Oh no, 7 with you.
No. If whatever number they give you, got to multiply by 3. That's already know. What I'm saying is, if a woman goes on a first date, busts down, great. I'm the type of nigga that I feel like you need to bust.
I knew she was sitting over there, dog. I knew she was sitting over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Got down here.
You're supposed to bust
Monique
down,
watches him the whole show.
Look. If in my mind, in my egotistical mind, because I think I'm the flyest nigga in the world, right?
Yep.
You're supposed to do that. Like, I'm not judging you. What I'm saying is, if after me you have 4 more first dates lined up and you do that, then yeah, probably you have some horse ways.
How are you gonna know that again?
He is psychic. You didn't get
how's that information? Is she gonna send you the DM that, hey, by the way, I have another first date lined up and I plan to fuck him tonight? Like that's a part of how you interact. That happens.
If I date you on Monday, I'm sure you got at least 2 more lined up.
This is the person McKinney was talking about last week when you try to separate your physical and your ego. This is your ego talking, bro.
Yeah,
this is purely your ego talking, dog.
Thanks.
So that shit don't make no kind of motherfucking sense logically.
I
definitely said my egotistical mind.
In Amon's world, it's perfectly fine, and that's all that matters because you feel that way.
Yeah, that's all that matters. You know,
Unbelievable.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Hey,
Classless
ladies,
live next week, everybody.
High noon, baby. High noon.
Boy, I don't even know what to expect next week now. Boy.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
I ain't wearing no motherfucking shirt. How about that?
Well, in that case, I ain't coming. In that case, y'all gonna need a substitute for me. This nigga ain't got a shirt on. Nigga, I'm putting that in the contract, Deon. This nigga don't wear shirts. Yeah. I'm not on the show.
I'm doing it for Black History Month, though.
To represent my ancestors. Tank top watch.
For my ancestors that got whipped, I'm doing it for them, bro.
Oh, that's even worse. That just made it so much worse.
Look at no scars on my back. We moved forward. Look here. No scars on the back, bro.
That's why you can wear a shirt. You don't have to. That's the whole point of a shirt.
My wife is fucking hilarious.
Make sure y'all comment when Bossy shows up in that.
So before we get out of here, Kenny, can you tell me what's going on behind you, brother?
Oh, yeah. So, you know, I said we were going to do photographers this year.
This is heavy, and it's Black History Month. Talk your shit.
Yeah. So you know, I stepped out of Chicago. I try and focus a lot on Chicago and Black artists out of Chicago, but because I think we get stolen from a lot and we don't really, you know, get a proper due. But this brother's not from Chicago as far as I know. Gordon Parks, probably one of the most famous Black photographers in the world. He, you know, shot a lot of Obama stuff. He shot a lot of Ali stuff. And when I was going through pictures to select, I really was going to go with the Ali shit for obvious reasons. But this photo, bro, is from a 1940s study. A lot of people are probably aware of this, where two social psychologists took kids and they put Black kids and white kids in a room. And they held up a white doll and a Black doll. And they asked them questions like, which one is beautiful?
Yep.
Which one is, you know, which one would you rather be?
Which one is smart?
With? Yeah, which one is smart, right? And then they asked the reverse, which one is ugly? Which one is stupid? Which one do you not want to be a friend with? And what was astounding about this study is that a majority of the Black kids chose the white doll as the beautiful, smart doll that they wanted to be a friend with. And so did a majority of white dolls. But then controversially, a majority of Black kids chose the Black doll as the ugly, I don't want to be a friend with, right? And so this shaped how people began to talk about race, not as a biological thing, but as an educational issue, that this is something you learn because these are fucking dolls. These aren't actual people. And so if the Black child doesn't want to be friends with the Black doll, well, then that tells us that they're being taught that there's something wrong with being Black. So obviously as an educator, that spoke to me real heavy. The photo itself is wild. So shout out to Gordon Parks.
That's dope. That's a dope photo.
Yeah,
definitely.
Love that. I've seen the videos where they've done that.
That shit's wild.
It's crazy. But yeah, we're not gonna go there because we'll be here for another hour. You know, we can talk about shit. But again, high noon, baby. Live. We are in the same room.
Come get this edutainment, as a mom would say. Come get this edutainment.
Hey, look.
Make sure you're there. Comment.
Shout out real quick to KRS-One who coined that term, edutainment. On my personal pages, I'm doing like my Black History tribute. This year is gonna be about music.
That boy was in the Bronx. I said, hold on, fam.
Yeah, it's gonna be music, but he coined the term edutainment. That was KRS-One, as far as I know. I don't know that anybody else had that term before he did.
Yeah, maybe I'll post the pics with me and KRS-One, man. Shout out to KRS-One.
Next week we will answer every single. If you have questions that we don't get to,
we'll I don't know about all that.
Somebody will.
Dion's gonna answer all those questions.
That's his area of responsibility.
Thank you.
Go get these words and
30%. Let's go.
What you say, Bossy?
Hey, time to put these Wards and Thompsons to work.
Man.
Dude really may come butt ass, bro.
Oh, fuck
already to shoot in some fucking
James
shorts.
Pants slash gonna be tight as shit too.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. I'm finna go rewatch that Draymond Green clip, man. That was hysterical.
Such a sucker, man. I hate dude. I'll fist fight dude.
Hey, y'all should do the Jazzy Jeff challenge though, bro. Like I highly suggest y'all do the challenge.
The snow is melting, brother.
If you haven't done it, I think you should do it, man. I think it's a great opportunity for us to celebrate a legacy of
Steph's story. They did it today.
She did it. Steph did the Jazzy Jeff challenge.
What do you do? Unknowingly.
You jump in the
So you know, nah, that's not necessarily it. So you know how on Fresh Prince, where they used to throw Jazz out the Uncle Face to throw him out. Yeah. Right. So you just do that. You just get thrown in the video in some direction. Now I was in the snow. You don't have to be in the snow. You can throw yourself on your bed. You can do whatever you want.
All right, I'm gonna do
it's
it
rather
to
funny.
Dylan,
I think you should do it.
Put myself some ass, goddammit.
Shout out to Ryan Thomas. Shout out to Ryan Thomas for actually giving me that original idea.
Throw this cock in the chick mouth. How about that?
Ryan Alexander, not Ryan Thomas. Ryan Alexander.
God damn it.
Alexander's an amazing name, man.
There is much better stuff to throw yourself in and on than snow and wow.
I mean, do that too. You know, do the bossy jazz. I feel you.
Well, fellas, as normal, let me shout out our YouTube community. I guess I'll use community.
Stop talking about our out of the country people. You need to represent them.
I need to come back to out of the country. So yes, we actually reached India, which was crazy. So shout out to everybody in the globe. India, bro. India,
Asia. Okay.
Asia. Yeah. So thank y'all for listening. We are, man. I am so excited for next week, High Noon. You know, we just locked down some other things, and no, we're here for it. So thank y'all for coming with us.
I'm feeling
love y'all.
Excitement.
We have some new people on staff that are gonna do some different things, and you know, merch is coming, the website is coming. But you know, thank you for rocking with us.
Slowly but surely. There's no rush. We're trying to get you guys the exact things that you need to get.
Yeah, it's gonna be that blue magic, man. It's gonna be that blue magic. We're gonna take our time with this
I'll
thing.
Bring some cookies. You know, I'm gonna bring a lot of things.
Get this nigga Bossy some Beijing too.
And have Beijing. Yeah, he's gotta get. We're gonna.
So I love my great help.
So it's all love on the Corner Convo podcast, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. It's a vibe. It is a vibe. High noon next week for the Super Bowl.
Watch the show.
We are going to have a ball. So for those of you who love watching the video, tune in live. You know, you can catch some things that you probably won't see on video because I'm not going to edit anything. It's going to be what it is. You're going to catch us in real form.
Camera views, I think.
Yeah, 3 views. Yeah. 3 views.
Yeah.
3 angles.
Some angles.
I'll be in all angles. Okay. And
wow.
Oh, y'all so
Nigga, you said it knowing that's where you was going with it.
No, I just said all angles, man. I'll be in all the shots.
Sure. Yes, pretty good.
All right, man. It's been one. Love y'all.
Good job, fellas.
Hello. Goodbye.
See y'all next Sunday.
Holla back, nigga. Woo, woo. Fuck out of here.